Hello everyone. We are delighted to have our first summit available on an interactive app for you to use during the conference. I want to show you how to get this app. You're going to go to your app store or your Google store. Click inside the app store. And then you're going to tap inside your search bar and search for Guidebook. You're going to download the Guidebook app. It will likely prompt you for your Apple ID. If it does, go ahead and put in your Apple or Google Store ID. Then download the app. It is free. Once the app is downloaded, you'll simply click on the app. You will close out the intro. You're going to tap inside Get Your First Guide. And in your search bar, start typing Entrepreneurial Summit, and it will pop right up with the logo of our event this year, Learning from Failure to Focus on Our Future. And in business, the object was to try to get rid of the negative connotation of failure associated with business. Some failure is inevitable with business, but learning everything you can to keep that from happening is always in the best interest of the small business owner. So we're going to use our failures to focus on our future, and that's what our summit will be about today. So as you see, you've downloaded your first guide. You're simply going to click on that guide, and then it says allow Guidebook to access your location while you use the app, of course. You see a picture of the crowd from last year's summit here on the general info page. If you will go down, you can read the first press release about the event. You click over here and you're going to get a map of where everything is taking place. Inside the agenda, you'll see the first item is the welcome, and in here we have David McNeil from Duke Energy, who will be emceeing our event. He will welcome the crowd, and he will introduce our first agenda item, which is moderated by Dr. John Dempsey, President of Sandhills Community College. You'll find more about Dr. Dempsey here. And then you will also find out about Dr. Mary Logan. There are links to more about Dr. Dempsey here, and more about Dr. Mary Logan here, with a full CV for Dr. Logan here. So you can keep your conference attendees informed and let them know what a quality program this is, because they're going to see all the back information to why these people were selected for this event. On your iPhone app, you will also see exhibitors pop up, sponsors pop up for a matter of 5 seconds each across the bottom. Sponsors for this event are the Moore County Chamber, Moore County Partners in Progress, UNC Pembroke, and Sandhills Community College Small Business Center. And in each agenda item, I tried to include as much about each organization as possible. In the Moore County Chamber, for instance, Linda Parsons will talk a bit about the Moore County Chamber. And then I also included a link where people can go from the app directly to the Moore County Chamber website. Then, the introduction of the panelists. I have a picture here of all of our panelists and our moderator. More about them in the discussion. Of course, your location is always the same, as this is a smaller conference. All about your Moore County Partners in Progress. And then a link to their site. Jason Owens. He's a presenter who has done several seminars for us. And then I included a link where he talks about things related to his talk in this paper. Mary Beth Sandell will likely talk about the upcoming Shark Tank on May 20th. And I have a link to the More Forward site. Kathy Byram will do a session on the business of food. Hunter Young is going to talk about a banker's advice. And each one of these items can be added to your schedule, and you can go by your schedule. So if you were at a larger conference, you may not be able to attend all of these sessions, so you would just add to your schedule the ones that you want to attend, and then you would receive notifications a few minutes prior to that session starting so that you'll be in the right place at the right time. And then we have the wrap-up by David McNeil, and I included a survey for the summit, which will go directly to Small Business Center Network details. We're going to be using a Twitter hashtag for discussion. Anyone who's in the summit wants to add to this discussion can do so by hashtag ES2015SCC. If you'll add that hashtag to whatever you're tweeting, we can follow that discussion and respond accordingly. Got a link to the Small Business Center's Facebook page. I've got a list of any exhibitors who signed up for a table. And then also several pictures from last year's Summit and Shark Tank event. So, as you can see, this app is very interactive, but it is the free version. I have the ability to inbox all the attendees to let them know of any changes. If you pay for a version, obviously you could get a little more interactive with polling for each session. But I think this is pretty good for our first year and our first time of seeing what we can actually do for an event here on the campus of Sandhills Community College. I want to thank you for attending the summit. I can message you from inside the app. And I hope you enjoy the summit as much as I've enjoyed trying to put it together. and pull all the pieces together. To me, it's fun to see the whole thing come together. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the summit, and I'm looking forward to a good day on April 14th.